Hello everybody, and today I'm trying a new segment which I wanted to try since before I even had this channel. So this is going to be a segment where we're going to take horrible films, tear them apart, and make fun of them. Now this is not anything original, a lot of channels do it and have this segment, but I'm going to do my best to, still make it fun and pick films that maybe not everyone's talking about. But now let's cut the crap and get to today's victim. So this video's victim movie is I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, which is the sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is the popular 90s horror film, which I find to be fun to watch around Halloween, but it's not good. Come on, it's a cliched horror film, but as I said, you can still have fun with it. But its sequel, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, is even worse. It has 7% on Rotten Tomatoes, and to give you a comparison, the masterpiece, The Bye-Bye Man, had 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. And this has 7. 19, 7. I don't know about you, but I'm already shaking. So let's get to the incredible plot of this film. So our lead character, Julie, played by Jennifer Love Hewitt, is still traumatized after the events of the first film. So she wakes up from a nightmare in the middle of the class and runs away, and here we meet a new character who's definitely not going to be the surprise villain at the end. To be fair, at this point of the movie, he seems like a new love interest character, but I've seen so many cliched horror films in my life at this point that I kind of know how these movies work, so I had an intuition about him. I knew that he's going to be a surprise villain at the end, which came to be true, but we're going to get to that in a bit. So Ray comes to visit Julie to take her to a 4th of July party, but she's still traumatized and doesn't really want to go back to the town. But Ray doesn't really understand that and gets upset.
You need your space from Crokerland and probably from me too.
And runs away? I mean, dude, you could have just, offered her to hang out at the dorm room or at the campus or do something fun together, but he just runs away, annoyed. Not understanding his girlfriend's feelings. What a great guy. And right after that, Julie goes to her dorm room to hit the bed immediately, although it's the middle of the day, but who cares because we get a meaningless, suspenseful scene. Julie's friend sneaks into her dorm room to apparently borrow her skirt because she thought she was out of town. But if she thought Julie was out of town, then why couldn't she just, turn on the lights and act like a normal human being and not suspicious? Movie logic. The next day, the girls get a phone call from a radio station for a chance to win 4 tickets to the Bahamas. The only thing they need to do is to guess the capital of Brazil, and they don't even do that right.
Rio de Janeiro! Yes!
You just won Magic 96.7.
But they win anyway, so Julie goes to call Ray to invite him to the Bahamas.
So you can go away with your college friends, but you can't go away with me.
Dude, what is your problem?
I'll show you what I've been thinking. Whoa, Ray.
So Ray says no because he's planning to propose to Julie. And, proposing in Bahamas wouldn't be romantic at all, nope. And also, the thing you need to do before proposing to your girlfriend is to distance yourself from her. It definitely makes sense. But in reality, the writers didn't know a better way to keep Ray from the group so he can come to the rescue at their most desperate moment at the end of the film. But Ray decides to surprise Julie, and on the way there, he stumbles upon a similar situation, which ends up to be a trap by the killer. And right here, the movie does a really shitty job with the lighting because we can clearly see that the killer is the same guy from the previous film. It's just that this film is going to try to make you think that anybody can be a suspect and can be the killer, but we can clearly see that it's the same guy from the previous movie, or at least a copy of him. So the guys arrive to the Bahamas, and oh look, Jack Black.
Yo, what's up, my brother?
He has a very short screen time in this movie, which is really unfortunate, but Jack Black never fails to make me smile anyway, so I'm happy. As they arrive to the hotel, everybody for some reason acts really strange.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I mean, maybe they are the killer. I mean, why not, right? So the killing start at night, and Julie discovers a dead body hanging from her closet, but obviously when she gathers everyone up to check the body out, it's gone. I've always wondered how the killers from these slasher films always manage to move the body so quickly and clean up all the blood traces. And throughout the entire thing, Tyrell bullies Julie because he thinks that she is hallucinating. No, actually, he is mad because this entire situation is enabling him to get it with his girlfriend.
Hey, Julie, you see any dead bodies out there? Any fresh kill? How about Freddy or Jason or somebody?
Because that's the entire purpose of his character, to be the horny guy. He doesn't care about anybody. He doesn't even care about his girlfriend. He just wants to get her to bed. What a great character. So the girls decide to go to the gym to get rid of some stress, but when Julie can't relax because of this killer situation, her best friend has a great idea of going to the solarium.
You know what, Julie? Got a better idea. You're not leaving this island until you get a tan.
Because that's exactly where I would want to be if I knew that a killer was after me. I could definitely relax in the solarium where I would be alone and could be chopped out by the killer any minute, and nobody would hear me. And in the meanwhile, the guys are starting to discover some dead bodies, and oh no, look, what an unexpected twist. Julie gets trapped by the killer. This scene actually reminded me of the scene from Final Destination 3, you know, the solarium scene, which traumatized me as a kid because I remember my mom from time to time would go to the solarium, and after I watched that movie for the first time as a little kid, I would beg her every time not to go to the solarium. I thought that could happen to her, that she could burn alive. I was so scared, actually. But back to the film now. The guys come to the rescue of Julie. Oh God, just turn the thing off and then you can figure out the way to get her out. But what do you expect from characters that thought the capital of Brazil was Rio? So the guys finally realize that some shit is going on in this island, and the first one they suspect is the porter. I mean, to be fair, he's done some creepy shit.
Anyone missing a hair tie?
That's mine.
What about a toothbrush?
But obviously the porter is not the killer, and he actually decides to tell some stories about Ben Willis, the killer of the previous film, and maybe this film, who knows? I mean, we didn't see his face before. And here the characters finally have one sensible idea.
We are going to be better off in the open, and if we stick together, maybe we can kill this asshole for good.
So the porter tells the untold story of Ben Willis, who apparently used to live with his family in the Bahamas and work here, but after he found out that his wife was cheating on him, he murdered her and then disappeared with his kids. This dumb piece of shocking information is told for a reveal that is going to happen in a minute. Julie discovers a grave that is preserved for her, and after that she starts yelling. And oh look, it's raining, and what a coincidence, she's wearing a white shirt. Because if you are a female in a slasher film, you have to wear a white shirt under the rain. So Will decides to go and find the porter guy because he disappeared. No, actually, he literally turned around after seeing Julie's grave and left. I mean, to be fair, if I saw that, I would run for my life too. But the rest of the team go back to the hotel, and Tyrell continues to be an asshole.
All I know is that this is the worst vacation of my whole life. I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm fucking horny.
When I said it was the horny guy, I didn't oversimplify his character, because even after seeing tons of dead bodies and being chased by a killer, he's still horny. Poor guy. But even the killer is tired of this bullshit, so he kills Tyrell. Thanks. And so the final chase begins, and then Will comes back covered in blood, which we find out that is not his blood. So here you go, guys, the shocking, surprising, big reveal. Will was the bad guy after all. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Although Julie figures out what's going on, Will still decides to make the radio station guy's voice because the filmmakers think that the audience have an IQ below 20. But at least we get this piece of great acting.
Come on, Julie, what's your favorite radio station?
But Julie here decides to ask the important question of why. Why, Will? Why are you doing this?
Tell me why!
And here we get one of the worst movie reveals ever. And I've seen a lot of movies, you know that, guys, but this is definitely one of the worst. So buckle up right now because we're about to see a scene which is gonna make you fall off your chair of laughter.
Why, come on, Jules, think about it! You'll get it! Will Benson? Benson! Hi, Dad.
I'm not lying to you guys when I say that I almost fell off my chair laughing at this moment. Yes, Will is the son of Ben Willis, and he decided to help his dad out. And he even made a matching name, Benson. And I love the way he pronounces it very slowly for the audience, because the audience, as I said, have the IQ below 20. So he says it very slow. Benson. Did you get it, guys? Or should we repeat it? I just can't believe it. And that is the whole explanation. He answers Julie's question with that. And that is it. We never get a full information on why he decided to help his dad out. I mean, where the hell was he in the first movie? No, actually, Will decided to help his dad so he can have an opportunity to make up a matching name of Benson and have an extremely cool reveal at the end. And no, we're not done tearing apart this dumbass plot twist. What was the whole reason of getting these characters to the Bahamas? I mean, if the whole point was to kill Julie, they could literally do it anywhere. And how are they even able to afford 4 tickets to the Bahamas? It just doesn't make any sense. And did Will go to the same college as Julie just for this reveal? I mean, the only thing he actually does in the movie is to be the voice of the radio station guy, which anybody could do. His dad is the only one who handles all the killing, so Will is just a useless character hanging out in the movie, preserved for a dumbass plot twist at the end, which doesn't even surprise you because of how his character was written. Because we have 3 new characters in this film, right? We have 4 guys in the gang. Julie is an old character, she's a protagonist. 3 new characters. Julie's best friend, who is just there to support her. She is clearly not the killer. Then we have Tyrell, who is the horny guy, we already know that. And then we have Will, who is there to do nothing. In the first half of the film, you think that he may be a new love interest, he may hit on Julie, but he kind of gives up on that halfway through the movie, so he just hangs around there. So you know he's going to be the bad guy at the end. But let's move on. So Ray comes back to save the day, and together with Julie, they manage to kill both of the killers, and the next day the rescue team comes to help them out. And then we cut to Ray and Julie living happily together, I guess some months or years later. The movie doesn't really tell us. But what is very important, oh look, the killer. The killer is not dead, obviously, because you gotta milk these franchises as much as possible. Although there is literally nothing left to milk here. So overall, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer has a dumbass plot that makes no sense, and a dumbass reveal that makes no sense. But to be honest, that Benson scene is one to remember. I'm never gonna forget it. It was amazing, and this movie was hilarious. So that is it for this video, guys. This is a segment that I wanted to try for a long time, and hopefully maybe it brought a smile to your face. And if this video did bring a smile to your face, then, you know, mission accomplished. I'm really happy about it because we're obviously getting through some tough times. 2020 has been a rough year, but the best thing we can do right now is, I think, try to stay positive, you know, stay at home, wash your hands, and if you have to go out, wear a mask, wear gloves, do all these things. These are really important things. And, you know, I'm really hoping that this entire thing will go away in a couple of months and everything will be back to normal. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. And also, go and follow me on Instagram if you want to. There will be a link in my bio. I post movie stuff there occasionally. On my Instagram stories, I post stuff that I'm currently watching, movies, animes, all that fun stuff. Go follow me if you want to. And also, if you don't want to miss my other movie and TV show related videos, subscribe to this channel. Stay safe. Bye.